Have you got so many scraps that you're just exploding in them? We're going to turn these into this. And then we're going to use that sheet and we're going to cut out, in this case, tags, but we're also going to make some journal cards and some pockets. And every time I do this, I just get a different result. And it just floors me how amazing these all are. Every single one is different and unique. So grab a coffee or a cup of tea and grab your crafting supplies and let's get to it. Hello and welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining me. A big hello to all my subscribers and a special hello if this is the first time that you have joined my channel. So today we are going to make some masterboards. I've been on this big scrap busting mission and I have wanted to use up my scraps because I only have a small area to craft in and I am exploding with scraps. So if you're a beginner and you don't know what a masterboard is, I will explain it to you. So a masterboard is a piece of paper. Now in this case I've used a book page out of a reasonably sized book, and it is a thicker than a copy paper, but it's lighter than cardstock, so it's a very light cardstock thickness, which I think is quite good. And then on the back, in this instance, I have just layered strips of my scraps of tea dye and coffee dyed paper. So that gives me 2 layers, and again it's quite lightweight. So as you keep building layer upon layer upon layer, when you do your collage work, the end product, which this one here, which I've done earlier just to save time because otherwise this video would just be so long, this one here I'm planning to cut some pockets out of, but by the time I've layered everything on here, it's actually quite a good thickness. So the trick is you want to use similar weight paper. So don't use your heavy scrapbook paper. Save those for making tags or tabs or other projects that's got similar weight paper. So I tend to just try and keep my papers all around the same weight as I'm doing it. So once you've built up your masterboard and you've decorated it how you like and you've used up the supplies that you've got lying around that you've forgotten about, and also this is a great opportunity to use things like your rubber stamps, your stencils, just long forgotten supplies that you haven't used for a while. So once you've got that, then you can step back and make a decision, because what are we going to do with it? It looks pretty like this. I mean, one option is, which I have done, this one ended up being quite thick because I used a lot of different mediums on this, and I glossed it, used acrylic paint, and I used quite a thicker substrate. So I turned it into a journal cover. So this is my ideas journal. So that was one idea. I mean, you can cut these up into pockets or journal cards, and what's amazing, as I demonstrated at the beginning of the video, is that it's just amazing how these turn out when you cut them up. So what supplies am I going to use? As I said, this is my process. I've made a few now, and so I start off obviously with my base, and then so this sheet here I'm going to use to make some journal cards. I'm working on some traveler note style journals and I need some smaller journal cards, so I think this one will be good. I'll get a few out of this. So I start off gathering up some book pages, some music sheet. I look for different tones, I look for different fonts, strips of digis that I've got. I won't worry about these ones, and I make a little pile. So these are brittle book pages. This is a really old dictionary that I've got. It's got some images on it and it's so brittle. So this is perfect for collage. So if you've got any brittle bits of paper, so I make a pile of that. As I say, I use digis that are not patterned, that have just got, you know, prints on it. So I have got an old piece of, this is a cover of a maps of, you know, the world, but it's an older vintage one. I've got a cover of a music, you know, pamphlet, but it's quite thin, so I'll still use that. I've got music sheets. And I have got here's some more of that cover of the history of the world in 12 maps. And I have got some more digi paper. So we start off with that. And then I will move on. So then I've got some more neutral, you know, more like this one here, which is just an old, very, very old divider paper. And just an off-cut of some tea-dyed paper with some patterns in it. Just, you know, different but more plainer. So I've got that pile here. And then I have separated out my digis, just all my little scraps, but these have got more colours in them and patterns and stuff. So I've got that one there. So for elements, I like these. I got these off AliExpress a very long time ago and I just forget to use them. So I've been using these and they've been turning out really well in these masterboards. So I'll be using these. I also have stamps and I'm going to have to rummage through because I'm sort of left down to these stamps and I don't think they're going to be quite suitable for what I'm wanting to do. But if you've got some old postage stamps, then grab those out. And then I have got things like stickers. So I'm going to be using some stickers. And then I'm also going to be using my stamps. So I like to do a little bit of very faint stamping in the background. So I've got, these are my favorites. This is a bit of a music one. I've got a bit of a script one. And then this is just, you know, little bits of ledger and also just nice little banners and advertising and things like that. So just something that you like to just stamp in the background. And then I like to do my stenciling. So that's pretty much it. Now these ones I'm making journal cards, so I won't stitch. But this one here, I am going to make some pockets out of this one. So what I might do is get my sewing machine and like where there's a straight line here, I might do a little bit of zigzag here, bit of zigzag here. Yeah, so I'll just randomly go around and just you know, maybe a bit of zigzag down here. So I'll do that as well. So I think that's probably just about covered it. So obviously I'm going to need glue, and then I use art glitter glue just for the edges. I'm going to be distressing possibly some pieces, which is, I will not distress all, but some pieces I might. So I'll have my distress ink, I've got my brush. I like to use this tool here. Other than that, I think it's all pretty much just, you know, rip and tear and glue down. Okay, so step one is that we'll grab some book page and we'll just rip it. So I might do these a little bit smaller. And I tend to sort of go in the corners like that. And then I will grab something and just you know, pop it in the middle. So we'll get that down. So how is everyone today? I don't think I've asked yet. What are you guys up to? What are you doing? It's a Friday here for me. I have been on a bit of a video filming mission. So this is about my third or fourth video now. But yeah, just let me know what you guys are doing and what day it is for you and what you're working on. It's always interesting to hear what's on your desk. So for me at the moment, it's just because I'm making 3 traveller note journals, I just want to, this is very brittle. So we'll see if we can repair that little hole. Yeah, so I'm just in a process at the moment now of just trying to get up a little bit of ephemera ready to fill up some pockets and such. Oh wow. This is so brittle. All right, I think I'll just leave that. That's okay. We'll end up covering that anyway, so it doesn't matter. By the time you do your layers, that will probably end up being covered up anyway. So because this is so brittle, I think, is that the brittle one? No, that was just that middle one. All right, so let me get this piece down. I find that if I start off with a book page and then, like I said, you know, just start in the corners with the larger pieces, and then I just work my way in. All right, so we're done with that one. And I might do a little bit of music paper. So I do somewhat try and think about what I'm making. I have definitely tried the approach where I just slap things down, but I find that if I've got a method to how I'm doing that, for example, if when I was making, I just had strips of digis, like the edge pieces, and so I just got my masterboard and I did here, I did layers like that, and then I did layers like this. And honestly, I didn't think it was going to look any good, but when I cut them out with the die cut with the tag shape, I was just like, wow, that just looks so good. So I do, when I'm doing this process here where I'm going to be putting stickers and stamps on and things like that, I do kind of try and think, oh, okay, if I'm going to be doing a tag like journal cards, I do try and think how I'm going to cut it and how it's going to look. But I do also leave it to chance a little bit as well, because worst case scenario, if something doesn't work out and looks a little bit odd, you can just cover it over. And I'll show you what I mean. Like this one here. This had too much going on. I had too many strips going up this way, and then I put a sticker down and it was crooked. So it just looked odd. So I just put a little bit of decorative washi down the side, and then I put a fussy cut flower over the top, and it's turned into a lovely tag. So even if something does kind of look a little bit off, you can certainly fix it. Okay, so I'm just going through and just looking at what I've got here, and I love this. This has been really good, and this has been good. I might use some of that. I think that's enough of that. Yeah, I might use some of these, and black, and all right, that's probably going to be enough. I want to get that dragonfly because that just looks amazing. I think this is one of Tracy Fox's. Did use this one. Oops. I ripped its wing, but that's okay. We'll glue that down. And we salvage that. Okay, so that's a decorative piece there that I'll put on. And right, let's see what else we've got here. So I think I had a smaller piece of this maps. That's font. There it is there. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put down that one there. Now this has got a little bit of white edge where I tore it, so I've still got a little bit of distress ink left on my blending tool. So I'm just going to go around and do that. So I think I'll pop that one there, like so, and again. I know if you tear away from yourself, you can avoid that, but sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. So I just come around and just get rid of the white bits that way. So I'm thinking about the fact that this is going to be journal cards. So I'm just thinking I might just think a little bit about how this is all going to cut. I might put that on the edge there like so. So I'm going to start getting these down. But I think this is quite relaxing. I mean, at the moment I'm doing a video, so I have to think a little bit, which makes it a little bit trickier while I'm talking and filming. But it is quite relaxing just to do this on your own. It's a good way, I think, if you're in a bit of a, you know, a bit of a funk and you don't really know what you're doing and you're lacking motivation to do something, then doing some of these will just, the results are just amazing, and you just get that little bit of a spur. So I got my cat, following on from my previous video where I did the paper strips, page borders. I mentioned that I was taking her to get her grooming done, and we got that all done. So she's looking really good now, and it was just in the nick of time because she was really starting to lose clumps of her fur. So I'm so pleased we were able to get that done for her. I have got some photos of her, so I am going to pop some in so you can see how cute she is. I'm going to share the cuteness with you. So I'll pop them in now. Even like tearing that little piece off and I've still got that white there, don't worry about that, because I'm going to come over this with stamps and I'm going to come over it with stencils, so that's all going to get covered up. It's not a problem. Alright, I might start putting some decorative pieces in now, because this is going to be journal cards. So I want to maybe start bringing in a few decorative elements to this. And then as I'm going around, I just check my edges and I just make sure that they're tucked down. And if you wanted to sew, you could do that as well. And you know, if you haven't got a sewing machine, you could always do a little bit of hand stitching. Like you could just do a few little little cross stitches here and there. I thought I had a baby white that I was using, which was just the right amount of dampness, but never mind, I'll get another one. Yeah, so my holidays will be coming to an end soon. I'll be back at my regular job, but this has just been the break I've needed. It's only been a week, but I feel really good, really refreshed and ready to get back into it. Okay, yeah, I think I might put that there like that. Have to be careful not to tear that bit there. I guess we've got Halloween coming up, so I'm thinking about doing some ephemera making, but doing some Harry Potter. So I'm just getting my head around some ideas for that. Okay. Right, so I think I'll put these away for now because I think that's enough of these. And now I will work on like the little patterned bits here. Well, I'm being fussy today. Normally I'm not this fussy. Well, this is a nice flower on the edge there, so I think that will look good. So I think I might tear that down a little bit. So I might speed this up, guys, and I'll add a little bit of relaxing music, and you can just watch along the process. Okay, so I've come this far, so I think I'm pretty happy with the basic background there. So just clean these away. Now I have got still some gaps. I've got this little piece here. I've still got some little pieces here and up here. So I'm going to come in now with some postage stamps, which I did find some more. And I also found this, so I'm not sure if I can... I might put that there like so. And I found this cute one, which I'd like to use, even though it doesn't really go. But I don't know, we've got a bit of a travel thing going on down here. So yeah, I might put that there. And these have got some lovely little butterflies on them. So I might put that there. What else have I got here? These are like some mountain ranges, so, and I quite, oh, there's a stamp there, so we might not do that. Let's have a look what else we've got. Okay, that might do it for stamps. Now I've got these vellum stickers here. I've also got that. I'm wondering if I can use that. No, I think I'll save that. Okay, so I'm going to get these down. So because these are decorative elements and these are starting to come onto the top layers now, I will tend to use art glitter glue. Okay. and this one here. Okay, so I've still got that there. These are from Roxy Creations, Rachel, and I've been using these. I might take that V out. Oops, that was a bit crooked, that one. Right, and then I've just got a little piece on the edge here, but I'm not going to worry about that for the time being. We can use a piece of washi or something else to cover that over. So I might just do some of these stickers here. Let's see. I think I'm going to leave it just like that. So I'm going to come in now with the stamps, and I'm going to do a little bit of light stamping. So I'm just going to start off with a script stamp and just over the book pages, over a little bit over the music pages, just wherever I see some spots where I think it would look good. Okay, and this one is quite good. I've got a few little like signage. I might come down here. Okay. Right, so I think that's enough of that one. Okay, and then the final step is, well, not the final step, but probably one of the final layers is I'll come in now with my stencil and some distress ink, and I'll just come around and I will just randomly just add Right, happy with that. So now I'm going to just place down those stickers. See if I can get these up. Now, I can tell you it's not normally that easy. I've got to remember where I wanted these now. I think that one, I might just put that. Okay, and all right. So now I've got that sheet there. Let's bring back our other sheet and compare. Make sure I haven't forgotten any steps. No, I think that's everything. So I've done my book pages, and then I've brought in some decorative elements. I've still got that little piece there. So might use some of this. There we go. Okay, so before we cut this up, I wanted to give you a close-up of what we've done. So you'll see if I bring this up a little bit closer, I'm trying to get it in the shot for you. You'll see that there's like little bits of light stamping and the stenciling. You've got the collage going on. You've got the postage stamps, the vellum stamps. There's the dragonfly there. There's that little V. Even though I kind of slightly tore it off on an angle, don't really notice it. So that's that one. And this is a close-up of the other one. So I did do a little bit of stitching. Okay, so this one here we said was going to be journal cards. So I'm going to do these 8 centimeters by 6 centimeters. I think if I go roughly 8 centimeters. Hopefully this works out. And then if I go another 8 centimeters. Leave it to chance. Let's see what we get. And then I'm going to trim this one at 8 centimeters. So I'm going to keep that strip. I'm just going to cut that in half while I'm here. Okay, and then I'm going to make these 6 centimeters. So I think if I go centimeters, and then 6 centimeters, and then I get another. All right, so we'll straighten these up. one. Just see if these are square there. That looks okay. Yep, that looks okay. One. Might just neaten that up a little bit. Okay. So that one. This one will be the same. I might just neaten this up here. This edge. Okay, so, and this edge here. Okay, so we'll make this one 6 centimeters. I mean, they're tiny, but they need to be tiny, really. Oh, wow, look at that. Okay, and this one. So now we'll do the same here. I'll just straighten this edge up. Okay, so what have I got here? Okay, so I've got 18. Yeah, so if I do that 6, then I get 3 out of that as well. So if we go and then another 6. All right. So I'll go through these after. I just want to get everything cut first. Okay, so now for the pockets, I wanted to do these 10 centimeters by 6 centimeters. So if I do all right, so I'm just going to square up my corners, just straighten everything up. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to cut this at, actually let me just neaten this top bit off. Okay, so if I come here and cut at 10 centimeters, which is around about there. And then the same here. And then it just gives me this side bit, which I could use as a side tuck or even a tag actually. That would be a good tag. And then I want to make them 6 centimeters. So how much have I got here? So if I come down 6 centimeters, all right, so 6 centimeters, and then And then I have that little piece there left over, but I got 2 pockets like that, so I'll do the same here. So that's a no-brainer. That will be centimeters there, and we perfectly get the dragonfly. And then I will do, I might just come in under actually, and we'll get that stamp in. So this will be a slightly bigger pocket, but that's okay, it'll be a taller pocket. Okay, so let me just clean this all up and then we'll have a look at what we got. All right, so I just wanted to put a little, like a little notch in there so we know that these are pockets. There you go, that one. That one. That one. And that one. This one here, I think this could be a tall skinny tag. So I need to do the tag edges on that, which I have got. I have not used this for that, but I've just realized that I can make angles out of this We Are memory keeper, so I'm going to try. Not really sure how it works yet. Let me see. I think I bring that in there and that in there. Yeah, I don't mind that. And some of this is lifting. So fix that. Really like that. That has worked out beautifully. All right, let's have a look at what we've got. So we have got, now I can stitch around the edge if I want. I haven't done any distressing as yet. So we've got this one. We've got this one. We've got this one. That one there. And then we have got, for journal cards, we've got that. We've got that. Or, yeah, I guess you would do it that way. We've got that one. We've got that. I mean, we got that one. That one, I will probably do a little bit of maybe a label across there and just some focal point. And that one definitely needs a focal point and maybe a label. So let's do that now. A nice bird would be nice. That and that. All right, so that's those two there. So I've ended up getting one tag and I've gotten four pockets? But I got more than that, but let's have a look. Yep, 4 pockets. And then I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 journal cards. And I can sew around the edges, I can use the corner rounder, and as I go along, I can still add more focal points when I actually come to decorating the journal. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope that's given you some inspiration, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Please like, share and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much, guys. Bye.